Today I have got journal shares for you. These are in the Etsy shop. And two of them I made actually last year in the fall. And I just found them upstairs. This little one right here, it's kind of a grungy, it's just a grungy journal. And it's kind of small. And then I have this fall one, and I don't know the name of the kit because it's been so long ago, the digitals that I used. But it's a little accordion book. And this one here is one that I've just made this past week. And it has a lot of your shabby chic colors. It's just that blue, a little bit of maybe tealish colors, the pink and the greens. And I actually used a lot of papers from this paper pack right here, or pad. And I bought it off Amazon, and it's from O Dulcina, I believe is how you pronounce that. And I put it right here on the screen for you. Anne Esther Morin. But she goes by the O Dulcina. Boy, I chopped that name up. And anyway, she has some great little projects that she does. But anyway, so I'm going to also show you that I picked up from the Dollar Tree these little packs right here. Now, I had seen these on YouTube probably a year ago, that a lot of people were finding them at the Dollar Tree. But my Dollar Tree is very, I don't even know how to say it. I don't go there often. They just don't have anything much. And so I was in there the other day, which was probably the first time I'd probably been in there since, I don't know, 6 months or something. And I happened to run across these. And these are just those coin envelopes. Now they're $1.25, I believe is what they were a pack. But anyway, because they were there, I decided I was going to grab a few. So I just grabbed actually a few packs of each size so that I would just have them on hand. Okay, so we're going to start with this one. And I have named this one Limited Edition Journal. So that's how it will be titled in the Etsy shop. And this one here, like I said, has that shabby chic kind of feel to it just because of the colors in the pages and things. But I literally just varied the sizes of all the pages in this one. And I used an old, oh gosh, what is that called? Rolodex card. Man, my brain is just not functioning right now. But I used one of those large or jumbo Rolodex cards. I have so many supplies to use up, and I've tried to dig them out so that I can start using them once again in the journals. But I've made a lot of tip-ins in this one, and I used the brown paper packing just to, add that contrast and just kind of repurpose that stuff, reuse it. And anyway, so I've just clipped that on there, and that does flip up. I didn't show that. But anyway, that just flips up. And then I've used, of course, some of the rub-ons, trying to use some of those up as well. Most of the rub-ons are the 49 in Market that I've had for some time now. Then I added an envelope and a time card. I've put a rub-on that time card there. And then this just has a little opening there. And I have added just a little journaling paper there. And anyway, it just fits right in the back of that little envelope. And I think I tore the flap off for some reason, but I still had it in my little basket of scraps. So I just thought that would be fun, and it just seemed like it fit right there. And then this here, I'm trying to adjust it because I'm trying to get it kind of hid behind that little flap there. And yeah, so that just kind of goes there, and it's kind of a little bit hidden. Then I used here on this front cover, I just simply used a old envelope, an old vintage envelope there, and then added a little booklet here. Now on the cover, the way I made the covers is just with a really heavy cardstock, and I covered it with the brown paper packing and then just stitched around it there to kind of just keep it in place. Now to bind this journal, I did do two different 3-hole like little pamphlet stitches because the pages were so varied. And then I tied some vintage buttons on there. And I also used a little vintage button card there that I had taken some buttons off of. So anyway, I thought that was kind of fun. All right, so that is it for this one. And I really liked how that turned out. I just did a lot of tip-ins, a lot of flip-outs. I just, tried to use a lot of those different size pages. Now this one here is our little grungy journal, and I've named it Department 177 Journal. And now this was the one that I made last fall. So yeah, it's been a while since I've even opened it. And we're just going to check it out together because it's almost new to me again now. But anyway, I was just trying to use things that I had. Like there is a utensil bag that I picked up at the restaurant at once upon a time. And then I've got this little CD holder and just put a little bitty booklet in there. And I think when I was doing this journal here, Tim Holtz had just came out with his large collage strips. And so I was kind of playing with those a little bit as well, if I remember right. Then this bag here, I have had a few of these bags forever. They are the Daiso bags that were so popular. I was able to get my hands on just a few of them, and then they were gone. I mean, you couldn't get them anymore. And I had just bought it off an individual on Etsy. And anyway, but that's been several years ago, and you can't even find those little bags now. So I'm glad I still have a few in my stash. Now, this here is just a little bag, and I stitched the top of it to kind of hold that image in, and then just used it as a little holder for a little tag. So anyway, that's why that stitching is across there. And then here is the other side of that little Daiso bag. And I've just added a paper ruffle and just journaling, just a place for journaling there. And anyway, of course, I used a lot of the Tim Holtz, the little paper dolls. All the ephemera is real ephemera, nothing photocopied in here. So when you see that old ephemera, it truly is the real deal. And I used some brown paper packing there too. There's the other side of that little utensil bag. I think I picked those up at Chili's, actually. I asked the waitress if she would give me a few, and she did. So that is where those came from. And this is the back of the little book. So I also wanted to give you some measurements. I had forgotten to measure these journals. Now this one here measures about a 6 tall, just, right at 6 tall. And then it measures about 4.5 across or wide. Anyway, that's the size of this little journal. And then my little limited edition one is right at an 8.5 long by about a 5-inch wide. And that size was overall. And then this one here is going to be the Hayrides journal. And it is 9 long by about 5 3/4 wide. And so that is the measurements here of our little journals. Now I did tie this with a little piece of sari silk. I've had some of that in my stash. I don't know if y'all remember when sari silk was such a big thing. I bought several colors, and so slowly I've been using it up, but I still had some orange for this one. And anyway, this part right here, I have glued a damask bag to the back of the cover there, and so that is what this booklet sets in. So this is almost the end of this little accordion book here. And like I said in the beginning, they're all in the Etsy shop. And I will have the link to that in the description box below, as well as Sophie's Notes Facebook group, the Marketplace 360, where you can buy and sell your different journal or journal related items. And anyway, so here is just a little peek of all three again. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I will catch you in the next video.